Why does Krishna go to Swarga Loka and fight with Indra for a divine tree? This is the story of Parijata Apaharanam taken from Harivamsa. Harivamsa is an extension of Mahabharata. It's also called a Purana. Namaste everyone, welcome back to Zesty Nibu. This is Srirekha. One day, Narada comes from the Swarga Loka bringing with him a very beautiful flower by the name of Parijata. He goes to Dwaraka and meets Krishna and gives this Parijata flower to him and says, Krishna, give this flower to anybody that you want. Krishna, who was sitting with Rukmini at that time, his queen consort, gives that flower to Rukmini. Rukmini is happy and puts that flower in her hair. Rukmini herself is a very beautiful person. But the moment she puts this Parijata flower, she becomes doubly beautiful. Then Narada goes ahead and explains the beauty, the features and the attributes of this Parijata flower. He says whoever wears this Parijata flower becomes doubly beautiful. And Parijata flower has this characteristic where if it is hot outside, it makes you cool. And if it is cold outside, it gives you warmth. And it gives any kind of fragrance to the wearer. It has a beautiful smell of its own, but whatever fragrance the wearer wants, it gives off that fragrance. It gives good luck to the person who is wearing this flower, and it can produce any kind of flower that the wearer wants. This flower doesn't allow the mind to go on an evil path. It keeps the mind in stable condition, in a good direction. The Parijata flower will turn into any color the wearer wants. It will be like a lamp in the night. It has a beautiful bright hue which looks like a lamp in the night. And the person who is having this flower at that time doesn't feel thirsty, hunger, exhaustion or any kind of illness. But Narada says this flower will return to heaven after the completion of 1 year. Rukmini is very happy with the present. So there are so many servants who are viewing this beautiful scene. The servants of various other queens of Krishna. So all these servants rush back to their queens to relay the news of this Parijata flower. All the queens except Satyabhama are very happy for Rukmini. They say Rukmini is the queen consort and she deserves this flower. She is given a son like Pradyumna. So she deserves to wear this beautiful Parijata flower except for Satyabhama. Satyabhama is very unhappy. She is angry. She is sad. She is jealous. That is because when he was explaining the characteristics of the Parijata flower to Rukmini, Narada also says, till today, Satyabhama used to say that she is the most luckiest person. She always has good luck with her. But from today, because you're wearing this Parijata flower, you are the luckiest person. So when Satyabhama hears this information relayed to her by the servants, she is extremely angry. She goes into a Kopagruha, inside chamber of her mandira. Krishna knows that something is amiss. He goes to Satyabhama's chamber and sees that she is very angry. Krishna comes to her. She is very angry. She doesn't see him. But because he has handled that Parijata flower, the divine smell follows him. And for a moment, Satyabhama doesn't understand where the smell is coming from. When she looks up, she sees Krishna. She is extremely angry. She is jealous. She is sad. She says, how can you allow another person to take my name in vain? You should have stopped him. You didn't care for my honor. And how can you give this Parijata flower to Rukmini? You always say I am your best queen. I'm your love. How come you didn't give me this flower? Krishna tries to cajole her. He says, oh Satyabhama, don't worry. You are the love of my life. I spend the most amount of time with you. Nobody equals you. I have the best affection for you. But all these words doesn't help Satyabhama's anger. She's even more angry. Finally, Krishna says, oh Satyabhama, I have only given a flower to Rukmini, but I will get the whole tree for you. Now Satyabhama relents. She is very happy that Krishna has promised to get the Parijata tree from the heaven. So Krishna then thinks of Narada again. Narada appears in front of Krishna and Krishna asks Narada about the Parijata tree. Then Narada starts to relate the importance and the beauty of the Parijata tree. Parijata tree is also the Kalpataru. It gives everything to the person who owns that tree. Prosperity, good luck, everything. So Narada says this tree was created by Kashyapa Maharshi for his wife Aditi, so that she can become a very prosperous person, she can perform all the pujas without any hindrance, and she can serve her husband Kashyapa the best with all the resources that is available because of the Parijata tree. And he goes on to explain about the Punyaka Vrata, Punyaka vow that many ladies had taken previously with the Parijata tree. So, for this vow, the ladies perform the puja to the Parijata tree and bind their husbands with a flower garland to the tree and donate the husband along with the tree to a brahmachari like Narada. So, Aditi had donated Kashyapa to Narada. Similarly, Sachi Devi, who is the wife of Indra, had donated Indra to Narada, and so many others had also done this vrata. How do the husbands come out of this? They have to pay a ransom to Narada to come out of that bond. And then the Punyaka Vrata is complete. So he goes on to narrate this to Krishna and Satyabhama. Satyabhama then decides that she wants to undertake this Punyaka Vrata. Krishna also agrees that you should do it. Then he sends a message with Narada to Indra and says, "O Narada, tell Indra this. I am your brother. I have an equal right on the Parijata tree, and my wife wants to perform the Punyaka Vrata. Please send that tree to Bhuloka, to Dwaraka, so that she can perform the Vrata, and then I'll send it back. Convey this message to Indra and say if he doesn't send that tree, then I will personally come and forcefully take away the Parijata tree by attacking Indra himself." Then Narada dutifully goes to Swarga Loka and conveys this message to Indra and says, "O Indra, Krishna is hell-bent on getting that Parijata tree, so you must give it to him." Indra doesn't agree. He says, "O Narada, this is a heavenly object. This has to be only present in the heaven. It can't be sent to the Bhuloka. Then there will not be any difference between Bhuloka and the Indraloka. People in Bhuloka will forget about doing any pujas, penance, any auspicious deeds. That is because Parijata tree will give them everything. Whatever they ask for, that will be given by the Parijata tree, and they will not do any good deeds. Because of not doing any good deeds, we will not get any offerings. And so Indraloka, the Swarga Loka, will also suffer. Due to which, I will not send the Parijata tree to the Bhuloka. If Krishna at all wants to see the Parijata tree, whenever he comes to Swarga Loka, he can always go and come and see this." So Indra says he is not going to give. But Narada wants him. See, Krishna is none other than Sriman Narayana, Sri Mahavishnu. He will defeat you. It's not a big problem for him. So think twice before rejecting the offer. Indra says, "Come whatsoever. Let him be Sriman Narayana himself. I am not going to give the tree. Let him come and attack me and take the tree." Then the message is conveyed by Narada to Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna at that moment decides that he is going to Swarga Loka. So he asks his son Pradyumna, his friend and relative Satyaki, and all of them go on Garuda. Garuda is his Vahana. So the four of them go to Swarga Loka. There they see the Parijata tree, and Krishna uproots that tree and puts it on Garuda. When Indra comes to know of this, he asks Krishna, stops Krishna from taking the tree and says, "How can you take this tree? You have to fight with me." Then Krishna starts attacking and fighting with Indra. Indra's Vahana is Airavata. Indra has a friend by the name of Pravara, and Indra's son Jayanta. All these four fight with the opposite party of four people. So Airavata fights with Garuda, Indra fights with Krishna, Jayanta, the son of Indra, fights with Pradyumna, the son of Krishna, and Satyaki fights with Pravara, who is the friend of Indra. There is a 4-on-4 fight going on. At one time, Garuda hits Airavata so hard that Airavata falls down on a mountain, stunned by the blow. Then Indra starts throwing thunderbolts, Vajrayudha, at Garuda. Garuda is Pakshendra. He is another Indra. He is the Indra of the birds. Nothing can harm him. So this Vajrayudha hits him many times. It doesn't do any harm to the Pakshendra. So just to respect the Vajrayudha, every time the Vajrayudha hits him, he plucks a feather out and puts it down. Just to show some respect to Vajrayudha. But apart from this, nothing happens. Night falls and they rest. Then Aditi, the mother of the gods, comes and stops the fight between the two of them. She is incidentally the mother of Krishna as well. So she says, you are two brothers, Mahendra and Upendra. How can you both fight? Listen to me. I'll tell you a solution. Will you listen to me? Both of the brothers put down their arms and say, yes, we'll listen to you, mother. Then she says, oh Krishna, take this Parijata Vriksha to Dwaraka, perform the Punyaka Vrata, and send this Vriksha back to the Swarga Loka. Indra also agrees, Krishna also agrees. And then Krishna takes away this Parijata Vriksha to Dwaraka. There he calls Narada again. The Punyaka Vrata is performed by Satyabhama. She prays to the Parijata tree. Then she binds Krishna with the flower garland to the Parijata Vriksha tree and donates both of them to Narada. Narada then says, if you have to come out of this bond, you have to pay me a ransom. The ransom is you have to give me a Kapila cow, a calf, and a black antelope skin filled with sesame seeds and gold. Krishna gives him this donation and comes out of that bond. So both Satyabhama and Krishna pray to Narada and perform the Punyaka Vrata very successfully. Satyabhama gives a lot of gold to all the other 16,000 wives of Krishna. That gold was given by Sachi Devi to Krishna when he was taking the Parijata tree to Dwaraka. So it was distributed by Satyabhama to all the other ladies of the house. Everybody is very happy, and after the Punyaka Vrata is done, Krishna takes away this Parijata tree and again plants it in Swarga Loka. Indra is also very happy. So this is the story of Parijata Apaharanam. This is taken from Harivamsa. I hope you have liked today's story. Do follow me on all the social media handles. I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, namaste.